everyone, welcome or welcome back. So in the previous video, we talked about why it is so important to stop being pretentious and to actually start living your life, and how you can wasting your lives by just pretending to be someone else and not finding the unique edge of yourself. And in today's video, we are going to talk about what are the tricks and tactics I implemented in my life to get rid of that pretentious zone and to stop seeking for those external validations and to actually take the grip of my life in my own hands. So let's discuss them. The very first trick I worked on myself, and I think this is the most important one because it actually helped me a lot in being mindful and in being present, is that I consider myself as the center point. People might claim it as self-centered personality. And what do we actually mean by this is that whatever the event in your life is, whatever the situation in your life is, somehow you should know that you are the center of it. You are the one who has to cope up with it, and you are the main character. You have to handle it. Now, either it's you are just going through a casual phase of your life, it's about the relationships, it's about your professional life, whatever the phase of your life is. But it is important to understand that you are the authority of your life. And once you understand this point, what happens is magically you understand that you are that magnetic force that is in the center and who is surrounded with all other things. And when that happens, whenever you make any decision in your life and whatever the actions you are taking, somehow it becomes more aligned with yourself. And somehow it becomes more present. You become more mindful. You know what you are doing because you know that somehow you are going to have an impact from that. It will going to affect your life. So you know there is only you for yourself. You know that even in your highs or lows. So that is one thing to become self-centered, I would say, or to understand that you are the center point of your life. Second thing which helped me is that whatever the actions which particularly brought that, that risk of impression in my mind that if I will do this, then people might have a different impression for me and they might judge me. Then I must do that action. Until or unless it's just that it is not illegal or immoral prominently. Otherwise, I always try to do such actions which bring that thought in my mind that if I do this, I want to do that. I know in my inner core, I know that I want to do this. But I'm not just doing this because I think that people might not like it. What I think they think about me can get affected just because of this action of me. And because I don't want to damage the impression I think they have in their mind. I'm not even sure about it because obviously I don't know what is running in their mind. But it's just the perception I have in my mind that I'm just avoiding to do that action. And most of the times, those actions are important in my life to do. But just for the people pleasure things or for the external validations, I am all over avoiding it. And nobody, like literally nobody, gives it any importance. It does not affect anyone until or unless it's me. It's only me who gets affected the most because of the decisions in my life, because of the actions. So specifically the actions which arise that thought in my mind that I might become a judgmental topic in the upcoming group discussion, then I definitely do such actions. Because I want to train my mind to stop caring about people's judgments. And that's the second implementation I try for myself. Now let's talk about the third one. For the third action, what I do is I never ever ask, I could say never ever ask anyone that what I did was wrong or right. I don't ask it. You can take advice. There is a difference between asking for validation and asking for an advice. Advices are taken before taking any decision. You can take an advice before choosing the path, before taking the decision that what do you think about it? What's your approval about it? This is a method of taking an advice. And validation is something mostly we are taking after having a decision. That what do you think? My decision is right or wrong? That is validation. Once you have taken a decision, you have to stand by it, no matter what. Because if you won't be the words of yourself, you won't be the women of your words, then you cannot kill anything in your life. And nobody's going to trust you. Because if you don't trust your words, if you are not giving importance to your words by your own self, then who the hell is going to do that? Nobody, like literally nobody. You are a strong person and you have to understand that. When you are taking decision, think before taking that decision 100 times. But once you took it, you have to stand by it. If any point of life you even believe that your decision is wrong, then that should come from your inner core. That you should believe that the decision is wrong because it might be affecting your life in the negative way, not just because someone else is saying that you took the wrong decision. No. You can definitely take the wrong decision. You can definitely change the path. You can definitely turn around. That is not an issue. The issue is that it should never ever be based on someone else's opinion. That is the core. So these are the 3 things in my life which I am recently trying to work on. There's another thing, I think it is something relevant to the yoga side. It is also helpful, and I would suggest you it is to try to go for the meditation side because that actually helps a lot. Meditation actually helps a lot in building better presence and being more mindful. So it works in best ways. So if you can be consistent with meditation, then it's going to work also. And otherwise, these were the 3 practical things I actually work on. I hope you find it useful, and I would really, really appreciate if you would implement any of them in your life and would comment down below how you're gonna have any impression in your life. And that is it about today. We're gonna meet soon.